This is absolutely the easiest shot to choke on I have ever seen in my life.
Boy, that is a terrible shot.
He can hit some crooked ones.
Yeah, well, that's one right there.
The last time you see that swing is in a Pro-Am with a guy with about 15 handicap and just over the top. If Ben Hogan saw that, he'd puke.
We are back. Episode 128. The numbers keep coming, and they don't stop coming.
We're moving up. BSG podcast presented by our friends at Moon Golf. And I think we've told you already, but we're going to say it now. The boys are officially renewed for 2025 with Moon. Greatest feeling in the world to have a company believe in you.
That's so nice. Sometimes I'm like, do they really like us? Are we providing them value?
This is year 3 with Moon Golf for us, which is wild. I feel like it's flown by.
I know. It's one of those, it's like, how long have we known Ann and Dan? It's like literally since they opened the store, we were there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just believed in us, and we're still going.
And so we are partners with Moon Golf again. So every episode of the BSG podcast is brought to you by our friends at Moon Golf. And as always, if you need gear and you live locally, don't go to Dick's Sporting Goods. Don't shop online. Go to Moon, and you'll get treated right. So we love Moon Golf, and we're excited about that. Tonight's show
Saturday, and they are loading up on golf balls for Christmas.
Oh, are they?
They had the Srixon Z-Star Diamonds. They had so many versions of Srixon, and it was like something I haven't seen. You know, usually the Titleist takes over. Mm-hmm. They have the Pro V, the AVX, the left dash, the quarter of a dash, whatever Titleist has going on. But they had it for Srixon on a table. I said, oh, I need to send Joni.
So is that what so Zach and I this year as part of BSG is we're stocking up on golf balls for the year. We have no brand loyalty as of now to a golf ball. If you're listening, holler at us. But are you gonna Srixon your ball of choice for the year 2025?
I think I'm sticking with the Z-Star. I looked in my golf bag earlier and I was like, what do I have left in here from playing? And it's you can't see the logo, but
the Srixon
Focus
33.
These are the 4th of July balls.
Oh,
the Srixon name is Navy, and then I don't know what 33 stands for, but I got where I like the stripe, so I stripe them all for putting.
Yeah. See, I'm torn. I don't know. I love the Srixon as well. But I also like some of those tailor-made balls. So I don't know if I'm going to like do a dozen of each, see which one I really like and commit to it until the brand reaches out to us. But I know I'm going to get them at Moon Golf. I know that.
That's the only place I shop.
Moon Golf. So anyways, take a game to Moon Golf. Tonight's episode, just Zach and I, we got a few golf things we want to talk about. I think the first thing we have to start with tonight is the most recent thing that happened in the golf world. No surprise, Scotty Scheffler does it again. You see the stat where in 2024 he's won 9 times, the same. I think it's like the same amount of times that the Wizards have won so far this season, or something like that.
It's so wild how, and you know, I'm sure Rory's kicking himself
for the putter.
Telling him switching to the mallet.
That's what I was going to ask too. Well, first, how many wins do you think he gets this season? Scotty.
I'm saying he gets another major.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 5 times on tour.
So six-ish wins.
And he's part of the Ryder Cup victory.
Yeah. I like that. I think over 6. I think he's just going to stay hot. It's hard to beat him. When he won this weekend, especially after not being in the headlines for a while and playing, I'm like, oh, taking a break does not affect him. He's still
he had a baby. He got arrested. He won everything. It's like there's no way to slow him down.
I don't get it.
Outside, which I wouldn't hope it never happened to him. But, you know, Tiger was so hot until he had an accident.
Oh, yeah.
And then he started having back surgeries, and that was really the fall for him.
What did you think this week when they posted about Scotty changing his putting grip? When he's already one of the best putters on tour.
Is this the same one you use with
the claw? Yeah, I go back and forth. But yeah, that's what he swapped to, which I've always heard. I heard Grant Horvat say he was talking to someone, And he was like, usually people that go to the claw grip have tried everything else and nothing's working. And so then you go to the claw. So to see Scotty swap to it was wild because he's already the best, I think, putter on tour.
Yeah, he was. There was a stat last year where he was first in everything except putting.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year, once he went to the mallet, he's
He got
first in
better.
everything. But I'm not against trying it. If it's something that'll help, I got you remember where we interviewed Hannah Gregg?
Mm-hmm.
I bought the Short Game Gains Christmas bundle.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to get hot for 25. We're gonna play some great courses. I'm trying to get some dubs.
That's
And
what I was going to ask. Have
usually
you
putting is the
okay,
only thing that
slowed
loses
you
it.
down? Yeah. So have you, for the people listening, have you ever went through like a putter grip change or swapped the way you?
No, I've done the same thing since day one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Even when you, oh yeah, even when you had the arm lock, you still didn't claw or anything.
Yeah, it was the same, which is
Dang.
probably me just not trying anything or not
Yeah.
being. It's kind of like a new golf swing or a grip. Like I remember when Scott put me into a different grip. It was like the interlock.
Hmm.
Now it's the overlap, and the interlock doesn't feel natural anymore.
Would you swap putter grips, or you just like, no, that's, I don't know.
I'm not against anything. I've tried to stay like by the numbers from the
Yeah.
beginning.
I've swapped. For everyone listening, I've swapped to a claw a few times, and I feel like anything inside 6 foot, I feel with the claw I can make it. But once you start those long putts, you have to have touch. It's so hard
Mm-hmm.
when you grip the putter like that to try to lag anything up there or whatnot. But will say swapping to this Odyssey putter I have now, this 38-inch, whatever it is, has been a game changer compared to the shorter ones. I just feel like better control. It doesn't open and wobble as much in there. Um, and this is the putter you have now. You've had for a while now. Compared to you got through putters,
Yeah.
and so this
Me
is
and
putter's
Jeremy
been
were
with you for
talking
a
about it the
minute.
other day. I've burned through different putters. I
Which
had a
one do you think is
Scotty,
your favorite so far? And you
this
wish
one.
you?
I
Oh,
think
really?
it's this one because I got it built.
Mm-hmm. Well, other than that,
But
other than the way it looks like the felt, was there any that you wish you would have kept or that you could kind of take and feel?
the Mizuno, when I went to the Mizuno blade, we both had
Oh
for
yeah.
a while. I liked it for the look. Outside of when it started to like tarnish,
Mm-hmm. That's
but
what. So you
I think
prefer
this one's
mallet?
my favorite
You prefer mallet over blade?
since Scotty did it.
that's what you're going with
I
now.
didn't. I was all on the blade for a while, and then Scotty switched to mallet, and now I'm on a mallet.
I just
And I've
can't do
been
it now.
watching Bryson recently, and I
That's why
was
I can't
like,
swap.
"You what?
That's why I can't swap to a mallet. I'm
Oh,
too
the head
committed.
covers.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bryson
I get.
plays like a double wide, don't he? Like mine's a double wide.
It's double wide." But I told Jeremy, I said, "Now I'm in my head. I'm thinking, what if one length could do it for me?"
The one length irons.
Yeah, I've been hitting my sevens so good, but I watched a million videos and they all talk about the spin being off when you get to the long irons.
It don't bother Bryson though.
He's different though.
You're right. I would probably try one length. It would be weird at
The
first,
only
but
problem is like you got to commit to them for a while. So it's like
mhm.
$500 for a used set.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not trying to burn that. I'd rather go get new irons.
I need to figure. I like these P790s, but when I went and got them, I was told I was going to get fitted. That somebody told me, go to this store, you're gonna get fitted. And I went, and all it was he's like, pick out 3 or 4 sets of irons that you like the way they look. So I picked them out. He was like, hit them, and he said, all right, these two, just from you hitting normal, or perform better. Which one feels better? And I told him, and then he made them upright a little bit, and that was fitting. I was like, that's not. I want to get
No
fitted.
shaft change or anything.
Yeah, I want to get fitted for some irons.
Same. That's the next thing we got to do for a series. Get fitted for irons. We've done woods. I don't think they have the technology for putters in Auburn.
I don't think so.
Though we've done wedges. Irons are next.
Yeah, that's what I gotta get fitted.
That's a BSG expense.
Gotta be 1 year. We gotta get maybe a brand will be like, hey, come. We need to get working on that. So
I'd love to go black iron head, black shaft. Just have a because my wedges are black. I don't. The shafts are the steel, but I would love like all black clubs.
Mm-hmm. I've got to get this year. Hopefully, I get new wedges. I've had my wedges since 2020, so I've had them for 4 years now, going on 5. And I didn't think nothing about it until the other day when we played with Scott. Scott was like, "Oh, you need new wedges once a year." I was like, "Oh."
I think that's if you're playing like he does.
You're right. We don't
I
play
think
that
playing like
often.
us is every 2 or 3.
You know, this year has been the least amount I've played golf since we've all hung out,
Me too.
which is wild.
That's what I was telling Joni. I said, when she was in school, we played every Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's like we got Marley, and then I'm trying to rotate. My goal is about every other Saturday.
That would be nice if I can get 2 a month in. I would love to get 2 a month, and I would like walk a 9 or something after work.
Once depending on what they do with daylight savings time in the spring, once it changes,
Yeah,
we just meet at Point or the fields for 9.
just walk 9. So that'd be if I get that kind of golf in. I feel like that's when I start getting better at golf because we're not going to get better only playing when we go film, which is a downside.
That's the downside of time.
Yeah, you're right. But we need to start getting some 9s.
Yeah, we'll have to dedicate one round a month, non-filmed, or it's just like 1v1.
Yeah, just
kind of like the Purcell video last year.
Yeah,
just shamble for fun off the box.
That's what we need to do. We need to just go practice, get better. But so anyways, that's putter grip. I want to ask this as we transition into kind of PGA Tour talk a little bit and some kind of golf like that. Who do you think this year, as we're getting ready for the 2025 season? I spent some time earlier looking at the season, and the first question I was asking is like, why is the PGA Tour so confusing? Like the start and date, which I think 2025 they've got it a little bit better dialed when I was looking into it. So it starts in Hawaii in January. It's almost more like it's an actual calendar year now compared to how it used to be. But going into the 4 majors this year, who do you think wins a major this year that has not won a major yet?
Tommy Fleetwood. I think he finally pulls it off. He doesn't even have a tour win.
I was gonna say, you think he skips tour win and just goes?
I think
straight
he does it all
to
in one weekend. He gets hot.
It'd have to be like a U.S. Open or the Open, something. Probably the Open, like something overseas. I don't think he's a Masters kind of guy.
No, he's not Masters. I would think the Open.
Yeah, that'd be. I guess I could see him do. I would definitely love to see him do it because he's one of those guys that everybody just roots for, and you see him like interact with foreplay and stuff, and just have down
he's
there.
so friendly.
Yeah,
down to earth and humble.
I was gonna say.
Some people would say.
So my pick though is someone who finished second this past week, crowd favorite. I think Tom Kim, young Tom Kim,
till he gets signed up for the service.
Listen. He's got time. I think they said he's got a few years so he does that. But I could see him winning something like the PGA Championship, something like that.
I mean, if Phil can do it at 50.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just has to fight off. Now, he needs to do it now while there's all these weird rules on who can be in the majors and who can't until it's just like everybody's everywhere. Then I don't think so because I don't know if he's that good, but I think he's good enough to win a major.
I do think Brooks wins a major this year.
You think so?
And I think Bryson gets another.
Bryson, yeah, 100% Bryson's going to do something.
If they had him on being able to play in the tour events too,
Scotty
I think
has
he could
many
win.
wins.
I think he'd win so many events.
They supposedly they're getting all this worked out, and we're closer and closer to getting it worked out.
I hope so. I want to see the best with the best.
Yeah,
that's why you watch the NFL on Sundays instead of Canadian football.
Yeah, I haven't watched a single bit, like seriously, of live golf, so I don't know what Bryson's been doing or any of that.
Maybe I know he did the hole in one over his house, which would be wild with all that glass.
But when you're him, you have confidence you can do that. So
and enough money just to change the glass. Worst case.
Let us know what y'all think of who's winning a major this year that hasn't. That's not a drop zone question. We just kind of want to know. Did you see today TaylorMade drops a new driver, the QI35? Have you seen the way it looked?
I have. I like the darker look on them.
I'm about to say it's
I
not
think they're going
ugly.
more to like a matte. And Ping's come out.
Oh, I didn't see
TaylorMade
pings.
hadn't dropped it. It was like a leak, right?
Yeah, well, it
Or
hit
it
the
hit the
conforming
conforming
list.
list.
But I didn't see. Did pings hit?
Ping, it's the 440.
Oh, I need to find that.
If you Google it, hit the USGA conforming list.
Oh, so it's on there. Yeah, I like the way the TaylorMade looks. I just don't think, unless I was a TaylorMade athlete, I feel like ping driver is just superior to other drivers. People have been
Mine
saying it for
works.
years.
When we played in our most recent Breaking 50, mine was flying.
I think it hops off there. I think it's just too good, the ping driver. The other things I don't like the way ping irons look. So I really wouldn't want to be a ping athlete head to toe. I don't think, because I just
Yeah, I
not a
hate
fan
that
of the way they look.
notch.
Same. That really throws me off.
The Srick, I would want, if we went and bought off of looks now, I'd go Mizuno or Srixon.
The thing I like about like these TaylorMades, for instance, is that they've got cavity backs, but they look bladish. So I don't feel like I'm playing like your brother's irons. They're for our skill level, but they look so beginnerish. I think the way the back of them, those pings,
Oh, yeah.
compared to like something blade looking.
Kind of, and some of the way they're marketed too, they're like AJ has those stealth
Mm-hmm. Which are
irons,
supposed to be super forgiving and everything, but
which I need. I'm just not a fan of the looks.
yeah, same.
I'm not against my Callaways, the DCBs, because
Mhm.
they're closer to like muscleback look. I just need, if I got better, I would love blades.
Same. I just know I can't hit them, but that's why I feel like a lot of these brands now are getting even the Tacoma golf irons, which theirs are kind of forgiving cavity backs, but they look more like a player's iron.
Yeah.
So I need to check out the ping though. I think that's where I'm going. At the end of the year though, if I get me some wedges, I don't know if I just want to stick with Titleist just because it's Titleist. I kind of want to, see what's
I'd
really
say
working.
those Ping glides for top of the line.
You got the ones you got?
No, I got the Callaway Jaws.
Oh yeah. So those are thoughts on that. I want to know for everybody listening and for us right now, kind of like we live in this content world, which is kind of what we're all about, golf content. And I went through a phase where I didn't watch a lot of YouTube golf, and I'm slowly getting back into it. And I've noticed a shift in YouTube golf, and I was going to see if you kind of too, but like I've noticed Grant and Bryson have kind of taken the over. And then Good's kind of stalled out, I think, to me.
Yeah, did you see which I guess we shared it to each other from Golf Digest? Good, Micah,
Oh yeah.
Busted Jack, all them starting to take a dip because you got Bryson's channel, which is wildly popular. I love watching it. He's such an entertainer.
It's almost cheating that he is, because he's a pro golfer, so obviously he's going to get stuff right away. But it is good. But he's got the money.
He probably, if he was on tour, he probably wouldn't do it because he wouldn't have the time.
True. But I mean, part of his channel is so good because he has the money to pay top editors, top filmers.
Yeah.
But his is probably, him and Grant are like top notch.
And they're hiring. Bryson's hiring editors. You got to live in Dallas with him.
Oh, never mind. I can't move.
But have you seen Grant and Phil teamed up?
No, I heard them talking about it though.
Oh yeah. So Grant and Phil Mickelson are teamed up to do 2v2 now.
Well, because I watched their second match, and it was really good.
Yeah, but they're teamed up now for the future. So it's like Grant's level, because I guess he's so flat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see any anger. If he hits a bad shot, you don't know. And then Phil's got that charisma of just being a winner.
Yeah.
It'll be hard to top a channel like that. Phil's got such a reach.
Which is, Grant's is crazy because when he split, I thought, oh, he's not entertaining enough to be good by himself. But it's like all of a sudden, everybody loves him. And Micah kind of fell off. And I was like, that's what shocked me, is that Micah
I
and
can't
Grant,
tell you the last thing I saw from Micah.
even on social media, I don't see his stuff pop up no more.
When he was with Mizuno?
Yeah. Yeah, and he swapped from Primo to kind of when he swapped from Primo to Bad Birdie
Birdie. Yeah, it
is when it
dropped
fell
off.
off. Because when he was with Primo was sharing all his stuff. They were doing all this.
Which,
And
you know, they constantly share Grant stuff.
Yep. And I
I
don't
think
think
that's the biggest thing when you're working with a brand. It's got to be mutual.
yeah. I mean, like we talk about Blair all the time, how Johnny O shares his stuff. And like they do the collaboration post together.
Yeah.
And that helps him just much helps anybody else. And that's what you need a brand like that because you can only reach so much people. But if you're working with someone and they're like, oh, wait, they're
Yep.
working with them and sharing their stuff. And
I wish Mizuno would tag us.
I know any golf friends out there want to work together.
I have every color Mizuno hat because they all fit so good.
Uh-huh.
And I just love the way the little Roadrunner looks on it. If people don't know, it's a Roadrunner. It's a bird.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's like leaning forward, running.
I mean, I can see it now. I just didn't know that's what it was. Dang. I was on Micah's Instagram trying to see when he posted which he posted 3 days ago, but it was a rangefinder, Cobalt, the construction company, their rangefinder.
So, it's one of the things, some of the guys, I feel like we're safe enough to a spot now where we're just doing this every week, no matter what, that we don't have to just take a gimmick.
Yeah. Thankfully.
Kind of like the tees, like we got offered, somebody sent us an email wanting us to work with them on some tees. And I immediately reached out to Maddox. And I was like, is there I said, we just use Western Birch. I like the wood tees.
Western Birch,
like,
you listen.
no.
Let us do a little deal together.
Yeah, we'll buy another 1,000.
Yeah.
But he's like, he was under the same thought as me that the tee's not going to change anything that the club's not doing.
I don't want to be known for no gimmicky kind of stuff like that either. So anyways, I was saying that with the golf channel because I was wanting to know what everybody's favorite, like your favorite is. Right now, I'm a big Bryson. I watch all the Bryson's videos now, and as always,
he's my guy.
I like.
I used to hate him. I used to hate him because he had that hat and didn't believe in him.
But even that thing we shared with each other, they're talking about no laying up and how no laying up has their numbers have dropped, but they don't get the recognition they deserve. They're just you've got to kind of like a different perspective of golf to watch their videos because they're an
appreciate the course type of golf
and very like storytelling compared to everybody else's channels. Like here's action and humor and
which I wish we had the funds for a film crew like that just to play and appreciate it. Maybe in the future.
An underrated brand that we should probably watch more of because we could learn from them too is Golficity. It's a 2-man group, and they're kind of on that line of they do stuff 2-man, but their filming and content is so quality just to be them two. And I think they hired an editor, but like the way they film it and stuff, it's kind of like a goal of ours because the way they capture courses, their drones in there all the time. That's stuff we struggle with. They struggle with.
It's so hard to focus on playing golf and get, like when we were in Utah, we'd come up on a par 3. Well, my first thought is throw the drone up, try to get it over. You get a view of the hole. Well, then by the time you're there, you're watching the shots. Oh, it's your shot. You hadn't warmed up. You ain't looked at the distance. You ain't done a practice swing. Where's your ball? And you can hear in one of the clips, where's my glove?
Yeah.
Where's my glove?
Then you got the group
it's one of them.
Like,
if we had the availability, we'd have it, but we're growing.
Yeah. We're figuring stuff out. We've just, now that it's 2-man, we kind of got to figure out our groove and just run with it. And figure out. It would be easier to have an editor and stuff. Like right now we edit and it's kind of like at the time of availability. Like I don't really do it when I'm at home because that's with my family. Then at work, I try to wiggle it in between work and then it's slacking. So it's just kind of like one day, if we can get there, I feel like content can go out so much faster.
We'll have a building.
That'd be the goal.
And an office in the back of Be Still Church.
Yeah, that's what we need.
With a golf sim
warehouse. Hey, this isn't a drop zone question, but I want to know your thoughts on this. Do you think you could shoot your same score or within a few strokes your same score if you went to a course like a course you knew or the fields, you didn't have a rangefinder or 18 birdies or nothing? Nothing to tell your distance.
I don't think so.
How
I
far
think
off
it's
do you
probably
think you'd be?
I think it's at least 10 strokes.
Man, with that one?
I mean, if you just think of 2 holes run, well, 3. You think a hole number 4. Hole number 4, that par 3 over water
Mm-hmm.
at the fields.
Yeah.
It's in the water. There's no way you guess it's 150.
You don't
Well,
think?
not at my range.
Yeah. You don't think you usually, for the most part, when you get to a hole, you're like, oh, this is probably about, and then you shoot it, and you're like, oh, I was within 8 yards or so.
I don't know.
I
It's one
would-
of them. I'm so reliant. I'm looking at my watch for 18 birdies, and I'm looking at. I'll go ahead and pull the rangefinder out so fast. It's one of those. It's like you paid the money for it. Got to use it.
Yeah. I would love to know. I'd love to try to.
You can.
Yeah. I'm thinking not a filmed round. I'm thinking just going out there one day and like no yardage, nothing, just seeing.
Just guessing.
I feel like most times I'd probably be short on everything more than long because I would probably just be scared and
We'll do a walk-in 9 on the back at point
and just see without
and just guess.
and see where it's at. Because even
Bring a
like,
yardage book.
yeah, I feel like most of that's just gonna be like, well, I'm usually here and that's usually this club, so I'm gonna try this one and figure it
And
out.
we just got to go to a strange course.
That's what we have to do. Just go.
You'll have to
somewhere.
go. We'll go to like Bull Creek, something we don't play often,
Oh,
or
gosh.
Maple Ridge, something.
And just have it. I kind of think it would be in the back of my head. I'm thinking it'd be make it a little less stressful, almost because you probably played a
You'd
little.
be so
safer.
stressed thinking about
so?
the distances, trying to think: is this 200 or 180, or could it be 220?
Yeah, I
I
guess
don't know
you
what
hit,
club. So then you
you
bring
hit,
your hybrid in and you smoke it, and you're way off the back. I think you'd
Yeah,
have to play everything short,
I guess
and
one
it'd be
time.
shorter than you thought.
One time doing that, sending it long would probably frustrate you the rest of the day, and you'd be like, "I don't want to do this no more."
You'd be so gun shy.
I would try it. I would definitely try it to see. I think if it was a course I knew, I'd probably shoot around the same score. New course, I definitely think, like you said, probably 10 strokes or so.
Yeah,
of course, I'm not familiar with.
triple digits.
This week, the PGA and the LPGA, the best of the best, are going to team up in a unique mixed team event invitational. They're competing for equal prize money of $4 million. This is the Grant Thornton Invitational. They did this last year, and it was a hit. I love seeing the PGA and LPGA team up. There's only a certain amount of teams. I have it here, the pairings. Ash Kay and Jennifer Coe. I'm just going to read some of the big names. Jason Day and Lydia Ko, who they won it last year. Nick Dunlap's playing with Gabby Ruffles. My pick for the week is Tony Finau and Nelly Corder. I picked them last year, and they came in second. Picking them again this year. You got Ricky Fowler and Lexi Thompson. They were a team last year. Jake Knapp, who's everybody, if you don't know, he's the one that has the smoothest swing on tour, probably.
So smooth. It looks like he's not even trying.
Yeah, and it's wild. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to watch golf this weekend and look for Jake Knapp because you'll see his swing and be like, oh, I didn't know that.
It's almost like an LPGA swing. You know how smooth and
you're
on
right.
tempo they are?
Yep. Matt Kuchar and Megan Kang and Cameron Young and Laura Coughlin. Laura Coughlin is a no laying up friend. I think maybe even an athlete of theirs, but those are some of the people. So, like I said, I'm going Finau Corda, definitely the favorites for the week, I would think. I didn't check the odds, but she's playing hot right now.
I just picked the winners.
Sahith and Zhang?
Sahith and Rose Zhang. Only because I saw the message where at the Hero Invitational, Tiger come up to Sahith, said, "Happy birthday, big dog."
Yeah.
And he was texting his fiance. He said, Tiger just come up and said, "Happy birthday, big dog." I about fainted.
Wait, Sahith is playing with Allison Corrups. He's not playing with Rosang. So you're gonna still take Sahith though? I don't think Rosang's even in the field.
Let's see. Shoot, I just read it.
I'm on the
Yeah, that's what it says on. I'm on
the Grant Thornton Invitational website right now.
Me too.
2024 confirmed teams. I'm looking at Sahith and Allison.
Let
me show you.
Shoot.
We're gonna
I'm literally on the website too. Maybe I'm at the wrong spot.
That's all right. We're about to Here we go. Here's my screen. This is what I see right here.
I don't know what page I was on. Give me Ricky and Lexi.
There we go. That's a good pick. They were
Throwing
top.
darts and winning hearts.
That's it. Ricky and Lexi. So that's our picks for that event. Part 2 of episode 1 of our Breaking 50 comes out hopefully next week. I've got to finish it up. It takes a while. Did you like the way I did the graphics in the corners and stuff? I copied Bryson basically. But
Yeah, no,
I think it looks so nice.
I think that's the way to make the videos pop is following the successful people's strategy.
I think so. I was doing just a generic one, and then I was like, let me spend some time and actually make one that we can use for like every video. And I was like, let me look at Bryson's. And his looked so clean. I was like, I'm just going to copy this. And for those YouTube people that are listening, I copied his thumbnail and everything, and we didn't get a lot of views, but we got more than normal. So I guess people just saw it and clicked on it. But now got to keep that rhythm going up for the rest.
That's the format.
Yeah, just follow. I mean, that's kind of the game. What content creation is. It's really just finding what's hot and jumping on that train.
I'm with it.
Drop zone question for this week. Let me see if our media is going to work this week. We're trying to bring stuff up. That's the preview. Let me hit it live.
Well, that one's going to be wet. Welcome to the Drop Zone.
The Drop Zone is presented by our friends at. Maybe in the future we'll have something to say, but right now it is moon golf all the way throughout the whole episode. Tonight's Drop Zone question for us is, first off, you see how many Drop Zone questions I have? I went to ChatGPT and I typed in, give me a question about golf, and it gave me all these questions. So,
that's so nice.
Here we go.
Using robots to our advantage.
Got to. I even did I screenshot it. I said, give me a YouTube title for Breaking 50, and it gave me a whole bunch of titles. So I screenshot it for the future.
That's the way.
I think so. Drop zone question. If you could play a round of golf with any celebrity, who would it be?
Golf celebrity or regular celebrity?
Any celebrity.
Give me Bryson. And if it's not a professional golfer, let's trim that. Let's trim it to a non-golfer.
Okay.
Give me Nick Saban.
Oh, man, that's a good one because he loves golf.
Give me Nick Saban. You know, he's a smooth player.
That's true. He loves golf. I think I normally wouldn't say this answer.
For you?
No. I normally wouldn't say this answer, but this guy just recently started a YouTube channel, and I've been watching it, and he's actually pretty entertaining, and he's the GOAT of this sport. Let me golf with Tom Brady.
Tom Brady would be fantastic.
He's a great golfer. He just started a YouTube channel a few months ago, and I've been watching his videos. It's kind of like inside his life, and you're like, oh, he's a really cool guy.
I think a lot of the pros they're just normal who just happen to be exceptionally talented, and they did the hard work with it.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments who you would like to golf with. It can be, you can be like us and just say a non-golfer, but let us know the answer in the comments. But as always, make sure you head over to our Instagram, follow us on Instagram. That would help us a lot. And if you're on TikTok, look us up on TikTok. That helps us as well. But one of the best things you can do is like and subscribe on our YouTube channel and help us get our numbers up. We finally crossed 1,000. Now we're trying to get to 1,500. That's goal number 2. So make sure you follow us on all that. Appreciate you. Go check out Moon Golf, and we'll be back next week for episode 129.